Good morning, everyone. All right, so we're going to move on to slope day 2. Slope day 2 is just taking us one step further than slope day 1. So first of all, we're going to go ahead and review everything we learned yesterday about how to find the slope of a line. So the formula is the change in y over the change in x. All right, so if we look at I'm going to go ahead and zoom in here a little bit. So if we go ahead and look at our coordinates, first I'm going to look at the change in y. So how do I get from 0 to -2? That's going down 2. And then over the change in x. So remember, your coordinates always go x, y, x, y. So to get from 2 to 1 is a change of -1. So if we're going to simplify that, then -2 divided by -1 is +2. So the slope of your line would be 2. So first we're going to look at our y coordinates. And so the coordinates go x, y, x, y. So the change in y to get from -1 to 0 is +1. And then if we focus on the change in x, to get from -3 to 0 is a change of +3. So that would simply be 1/3. So our coordinates go x, y, x, y. We always want to focus on the y coordinates first. So the change in y from 0 to -3 is a change of -3. And then focus on your x coordinates. To get from 2 to 3 is +1. So -3 divided by 1 is -3. So the slope of your line would be -3. So that would be a pretty steep slope going down the hill. All right. Change in y. Coordinates x, y, x, y. Change in y from 5 to -2. That's a change of -7. The change in x, again, from 5 to -2, that would also be a change of -7. So -7 divided by -7 would be a slope of 1. Okay, so that's everything we learned yesterday. So what if we have a line already? How would we find the slope? So the first way to find the slope of the line is if you're given 2 points on the line, do everything we just did. The change in y divided by the change in x. But what if you are given a graph and you can see the line on the graph? If you can see the line on the graph, then all you have to do is simply find 2 points. It doesn't matter what points, it can be any 2 points on the line. So I just randomly chose these 2 points right here. So I'm going to go ahead and put those up here. So my first point is -8, 6, and my second point is -2, 0. So first I'm going to focus on the change in y. So to get from 6 to 0, that's a change of -6. And then I'm going to look at my x coordinates. To get from -8 to -2 is a change of +6. So -6 divided by 6 is -1. So the slope of your line would be -1. Okay, let's try one more. So on this one, I chose point -60 and 9, 5. Given those 2 points, I can now calculate the slope of the line. So I'm going to put those up here, negative 6, 0, beside 9, 5. Always focus on your y coordinates first. So the change from 0 to 5 is plus 5. And the change from negative 6 to 9, that is a change of positive 15. If we're going to simplify that, that would simplify to a slope of 1/3. Okay, that is it for today.